Hello, and welcome back to the Military Matrix. Tonight, we bring you a breaking and unprecedented story from the Eastern Front, one that has left military analysts stunned and Russian command in absolute disbelief. In a single, brilliantly orchestrated operation, Ukraine has reportedly destroyed over 482 Russian military vehicles, in what experts are calling one of the most devastating ambushes of the war so far. The operation, which Ukrainian officials describe as a strategic entrapment, unfolded across a critical stretch of contested territory near the Donetsk and Zaporizhia border. According to battlefield reports and satellite imagery analyzed over the past 48 hours, a large Russian armored convoy, believed to be preparing for an offensive push, was lured into a meticulously planned kill zone. What followed was nothing short of military genius and total annihilation. Sources on the ground claim the Russian convoy included main battle tanks, armored personnel carriers, and self-propelled artillery, all forming a part of what Moscow hoped would be a breakthrough column to reclaim lost ground. But Ukraine had been monitoring every move for days. Using advanced surveillance drones, electronic warfare, and precision-guided artillery, Ukrainian forces tracked the movement of the Russian column as it advanced into a narrow valley surrounded by elevated terrain that Ukrainian forces had already fortified. At precisely 4:15 a.m., as the Russian lead vehicles entered the valley, Ukrainian drones unleashed a coordinated swarm strike. Loitering munitions and cluster-equipped drones rained down from above, while long-range HIMARS and precision-guided artillery began shelling the exit points. Within minutes, the convoy was trapped, unable to move forward or retreat. What began as a maneuver turned into a massacre. The scale of destruction was catastrophic. Dozens of Russian T-90 tanks were hit before they could even turn their turrets. Armored personnel carriers carrying troops were struck by dual drone strikes, targeting both the engines and hatches. Smoke columns rose thousands of feet into the air, visible from miles away. Ukrainian artillery then switched to saturation fire, using GPS-guided Excalibur shells to finish off any surviving vehicles. Within an estimated 17 minutes, the battlefield was silent except for secondary explosions from fuel and ammunition storage vehicles cooking off one after another. Independent analysts reviewing the footage released by Ukrainian reconnaissance units have confirmed the authenticity of the attack. Satellite images show a burned-out stretch of land several kilometers long, dotted with what appear to be the remains of destroyed vehicles. Russian military bloggers, often supportive of the Kremlin, have reluctantly acknowledged what they describe as a disastrous tactical failure. Reports suggest that this operation was part of Ukraine's new counteroffensive doctrine, a hybrid strategy that blends deception, precision, and mobility. By simulating weakness along certain front lines, Ukraine has been able to bait Russian forces into advancing into kill zones pre-mapped by Ukrainian intelligence and NATO-provided satellite reconnaissance. This approach has proven devastatingly effective. Experts believe this is not just about destroying equipment, it's psychological warfare. The loss of 482 vehicles represents not just material damage, but a crippling blow to Russian morale and logistics. Each destroyed vehicle is a gap in Russia's already strained supply network. Soldiers on the front lines are reportedly facing severe shortages of fuel, spare parts, and armored protection. Military strategist Colonel Serhiy Vasilenko told the Military Matrix that this ambush demonstrates Ukraine's evolution from reactive defense to proactive offense. He added that the speed and coordination of the strike showed a level of battlefield awareness that Russia is struggling to counter. Meanwhile, Western intelligence agencies are monitoring the aftermath closely. Early assessments indicate that the destroyed convoy was part of Russia's 42nd Motor Rifle Division, one of its key assault formations in southern Ukraine. Losing such a large component of mechanized forces could stall Russian operations across multiple sectors. The Russian Defense Ministry, however, has remained silent. State media in Moscow initially downplayed the reports, calling them fabricated propaganda. But as verified imagery spread across Telegram and Western media, the Kremlin reportedly ordered an internal review of what went wrong. On the ground, Ukrainian troops celebrated the success but remained cautious. Commanders emphasized that this victory, while major, does not end the war. They called it a message of proof that with intelligence, discipline, and innovation, even a smaller army can outthink a larger one. Eyewitnesses describe haunting scenes of charred vehicles and smoldering metal, stretching across miles of battlefield terrain. Drone footage captured a grim panorama: twisted tank turrets, melted tracks, and destroyed artillery pieces, each symbolizing the cost of Russia's miscalculation. For Ukraine, this operation marks another chapter in its strategic transformation from defending cities to dismantling Russia's offensive capabilities in open terrain. For Russia, it's a brutal reminder that numerical advantage means little when facing a smarter, faster, and more connected opponent. Analysts are calling this incident a turning point in modern warfare, emphasizing how technology and information dominance can completely change the outcome of a battle. Traditional tactics are failing against drone-assisted ambushes, precision artillery, and real-time battlefield intelligence. As the footage continues to circulate, global military experts are dissecting every frame. How did Ukraine identify the perfect location? How did they synchronize multiple drone and artillery units with such precision? The answer lies in months of preparation, intelligence, sharing with Western allies, and Ukraine's growing mastery of drone warfare. This isn't the first time Ukraine has executed such a high-impact ambush, but it is, by far, the most destructive. The 482 vehicle strike may enter military history as one of the most successful mechanized ambushes of the 21st century. For Russian forces, the loss goes beyond numbers. It erodes confidence, it shakes command structures, and it signals that every move they make is being watched, analyzed, and countered before they even reach the battlefield. As one Ukrainian commander put it, they came to fight a 20th century war. We're fighting in the 21st. The message is clear: intelligence, innovation, and adaptability are Ukraine's greatest weapons. In an era where drones can think, artillery can see, and every vehicle movement can be tracked in real time, old-school mass assaults are becoming death traps. The operation serves as a chilling demonstration of modern warfare's new reality, one where information, not numbers, defines victory. Stay tuned as we continue to bring you updates and in-depth analysis on how this single event could reshape the balance of power across the front line. This is the Military Matrix, bringing you the truth behind the headline.